Yo, what's up, pro? What's up? Oh, what's up, Kentucky ex-wife? What's up? What's the deal with the magician? I don't fucking know. Wasn't that Jared Kushner? I think that was Jared Kushner. I think that's who that was. You talking about the guy that was right next to Trump like he was doing a magic trick out this bitch? I think that was Jared Kushner, yo. What up, Lauren? Yeah, I think that was Jared Kushner. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, it's official, yo. This gas is fucking stepped on, yo. This gas is stepped on. So I forgot to even say it yesterday when I was streaming on the way back home. I stopped at the gas station on the way back down 95, and I fill up the car. That shit said I had like 460 miles to empty or some shit like that. That shit within 10 minutes dropped down from 460 something range to 379 in range. I'm like, what the fuck? I was heated. I'm like, this shit, cause I seen people online say that shit was happening to their cars. And I realized in my car, I got a tuned car, I got a sports car, so my car wastes gas, cause I be having my foot in this bitch sometimes. But I had the fucking Mercedes in fucking eco mode and all that shit on the way back. I wanted to see if it did better on, mileage with the eco mode, cause I didn't come up in eco mode. That shit went from 469 on range to fucking 370 something. I'm like, in 10 minutes. I wasn't even on the road 10 minutes. I'm like, hey, yo, this shit is crazy. What the fuck is in this gas that's evaporating that fucking fast? People right. I'm like, yo, they stepped on this gas and it's not going to last as long. That E85 gonna get in a lot of these new cars and fuck up some shit. Like older cars and shit can handle it, but these newer cars might have problems with it. You know what I mean? So I was pissed off. I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. This shit is fucking crazy. So I don't know, man. They gotta fix that shit. They cut. I don't know what they cut. They cutting it with the E85. They gotta be cutting that shit with fucking tap water. You talking about they cutting it with E85? They cutting that shit or with ethanol, whatever they cutting it with. They ain't cutting that shit with fucking tap water, yo. They watering that shit all the way the fuck down, yo. That shit is crazy. They gonna have motherfuckers' engines knocking. Watch. They gonna have niggas' engines knocking, yo. No, I wasn't filling up on no hill. Man, I was filling up on a nice flat level. I was pissed. Nah, it was like the Sunoco right off at 95. Oh, thanks, yo. I thought that was Jared Kushner. You know, they all look alike. You said OZ Perlman? Oh shit, I thought it was, they all look alike, I'm sorry. Oh shit. Yo, this shit crazy. I don't know what's going on with this fucking shooting. Like, I don't even know what to think about it. At first I wasn't even going to really talk about it that much. I'm like, Then they come out with the fucking manifesto. I was like, here we go. Okay, alright, there we go, yeah. Definitely a op. Definitely a op. And the manifesto came out so fucking fast. It came out so fucking fast. I'm like, here we go. Every time we already know when there's a manifesto involved, and the manifesto comes out to the public in such a expedient way, there's fuckery afoot. He wanted to be a fucking jokester in there and some more shit, yo. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. Then they got Vance the fuck up out of there first, which was wild to me, because at first I'm like, no, ain't no way. And I looked at it again, I'm like, yo, they really did get Vance out of there. It's like, well, he has there's two different Secret Service teams. I said, but they Secret Service, it don't matter, it's two different teams, they train the same. They all come out the same fucking academy and all that other shit. shit. How JD Vance get fucking escorted out of that bitch with the quickness, and Trump just still sitting there chilling. His Secret Service was slow as a bitch. There's just so many inconsistencies with this, and I don't care what nobody say. People are like, why you guys always thinking things are conspiracy? Because you got the most important person in the world in an event. How the fuck did this guy get a shotgun to the event? They talking about he assembled it. Like, assembled what? You know how fucking big a shotgun is? It's bigger than a rifle. It's bigger than an AR. Like, let's just say you disassemble your AR, right? And you got it in 2 pieces. Right? The shotgun has at least, the barrel itself is 18 inches long. Right? Like, shotguns are fucking big, especially if it's coming out, I guess they say he transported it on a train from California. Okay. Now, I don't know what the security on a train looks like. I've been on Amtrak one time. Security really ain't that fucking stringent. So I could kind of see him getting a shotgun on that bitch. But to the event, assembling it in a coat closet, then some lady allegedly seen him assemble it and didn't say anything till after the fact. That shit don't make sense to me. That shit don't make sense to me. I need what's Steph at? Steph Colonel. That's what I'm saying, yo. I don't understand that shit. Like, the shotgun, if it's coming from Cali, it makes sense because they don't got access to shit but shotguns and fucking revolvers in California. You can't even have a Gen 4 Glock in California. But you get to DC, you got the president at the fucking Hilton. There should be security on top of security. There's no way. He was allowed to get that shit through there. The manifesto is sketchy in itself. Hey, how you doing? All right, have a good one. The manifesto in itself is fucking crazy. As soon as I seen that shit, like, all right, now they gonna make me dig in. Now they gonna make me dig in. The manifesto is gonna make me dig in. You know what I mean? Because I was like, all right, there was so much misinformation coming out at the time. Like, when we were sitting in the green room, that shit broke, right? And I'm like, damn, goddamn shooting. You know, attempt on the president, I'm assuming, and then we had the Grifties that can't grift off this shit. I'm like, we had the Grifties and we can't even grift off this shit, bro. Hey, yo, like, damn. I was like, niggas need to go live right now. I was like, we up here grifting at the Grifties and can't grift off at this fucking correspondence dinner. Because there was so much misinformation. At first they said they had killed him. Because Nerd told us. He said, hey, yo, there was a shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He's like, get the fuck out of here. And we turned TV on, and sure enough, that shit was, and then they showed it. This nigga did a 40-yard dash trying to run past. Like it was a piss poor, like, his manifesto made it seem like that shit was well thought out, and he had this fucking well thought out plan on how he was gonna pull this shit off, right? When you read the manifesto. But then when you look at the video, you look like a fan trying to rush the stage. You look like a fucking fan trying to rush the stage. And it's like, no, either this was a piss poor plan, or this shit was just some staged event. They didn't kill him. Apparently, it sounded like they didn't shoot him. Apparently, they shot at him and nothing hit him. He was able to run and put a fucking round in the chest of a Secret Service agent with the shotgun, apparently. Or whatever gun he had. They shot at him. Nothing. Fucking nothing. They said he was armed with a shotgun and multiple knives. Came through like John Wick. He was running because he had that big. I guess he had the shotgun in his hand. I'm going to use slugs. I'm going to use buckshot because there's less penetration. Like, you'd had to do maximum damage Like, this is why it doesn't make sense to me. You're there to do maximum damage, right? You're there to take out whoever the fuck you're trying to take out. And if anybody's in the, you say if anybody's in the way, then they just gonna get it too. But I'm gonna use buckshot because it's less penetration through the wall. What? So now you considerate about that shit? Yeah, Claude must have made that manifesto, yo. Claude, somebody did. That shit was bullshit. Try to make jokes. Like, nah. He sent it to his family minutes before he pulled off his attempt. No. That motherfucker was on some MK Ultra shit. I don't know how, because you know how AI is. I don't know how authentic that picture is with him with the redacted shirt on. I don't know how authentic that is. Like, I gotta look into that, but that shit is crazy. But you got everybody online with their, theories. Oh, it's for the ballroom. That's why we need the ballroom. That's why we need the ballroom. I'm like, stop it. And then I don't buy the conspiracy thing. Like, oh, they staged it so that the ballroom can be built. Like, what? Now, guys, I be full kufi on tight. But I doubt that you pull off something like that, or try to pull off something like that. You stage something like that. You stage something like that to build a fucking ballroom. I remember when they had a dinner at the fucking White House. Remember the dude that got on the fucking elevator with Obama or something like that? What was it? They had some shit at the White House and somebody fucking just straight skirted through security and was within fucking inches of the president and who wasn't fucking supposed to be there. Remember that shit? Like, oh, that's why we need the ballroom. Look, okay. Got you. Alright, remember that? Okay, it doesn't matter if we have a fucking ballroom or if we do this shit at a military facility. If they, them, the collective want to send you a message and show you that you could be touched, that shit gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen. Okay? Trump's security is trash. It's trash, but they might not even be trash. They probably were trying to give this nigga a buffer so he could get the shot off first. They got JD Vance the fuck up out of there immediately. They got JD Vance the fuck up out of there immediately. His security tripping over tables and fucking stanchions and shit. I could put a better security team together than that shit. Oh, Jabari with the occultism. Yeah, you right. You right, Jeannie. You is definitely right. I agree with you on that. He needed that wheelchair e-brake created. That shit look crazy. Like, he got some PVC pipe and shit trying to make a fucking stopper. What's up, Josh? Yo, this nigga Josh put me onto a peanut butter fucking old fashioned. That shit slapped. We was at Jabari restaurant. That shit was amazing. I should have got a second one. But I was trying not to drink too much this weekend. Saturday I let loose a little bit. Or Saturday night I let loose a little bit. They just wanted them to see he could be touched. I want to know. The kid's alive, so it's going to be interesting to see what, if they get a statement from him on what the fuck was going on. But we have a manifesto, guys. We have a manifesto. Maybe we don't hear from the horse's mouth because we have a manifesto. All right. But let's just for shits and giggles say this is an organic event. This kid did this all by himself. He was a lone wolf, and he fucking mapped this shit. he mapped this fucking failure out by himself. I don't understand how. All right, I'm gonna catch a fucking train from California to DC. I don't even want to know. From Baltimore to fucking Florida is almost 24 hours. I don't even know the fucking the train trip from fucking California to DC. That nigga was on the train for a week. That's what it sounded like to me. But let's just say, what's up, Seven Crown? But let's just say he all, this shit is legit, and he fucking mapped this bullshit out. It's the mainstream media that be doing that shit. It's mainstream media. He's the most dangerous man in America. He's the most dangerous man in America. Donald Trump must be stopped. Or Republicans, all this shit. They do all of that. Now, I got my gripes with him. Okay? And y'all have heard me make my gripes known. Most of my gripes with him is about this fucking Iran-Israel bullshit. Right? Shout out to Jeremiah with the gifted sub. I appreciate you. Oh, I can see gifted subs and shit. Oh, shit. They done upgraded the app. Yeah, you got to, yo. Papillion 25, guys. South Orange, New Jersey. Fucking fantastic. That fucking braised short rib was good, yo. I was like, damn. I ate that, man. Listen. With the mashed potatoes and shit. But, like I said, let's just say he did that shit. Like, it's the mainstream media. Did y'all see the interview with Trump? And he was like, basically, I never R-worded. I never R-worded anybody. I never did that in my life. I never did any of those things. And the lady goes, oh, you assumed that he was talking about you. Like, bitch, no shit he was talking about him. What are we doing here? You try to act like he's self-incriminating himself. Like, clearly anybody with a brain could see that he was talking about Donnie T. And then Trump says, see, yes. He's like, you guys are fucking, yeah, you're fucking horrible. He said this shit, he didn't say fucking, but he's like, you guys are terrible. In the middle of the interview. Shit, but I got my gripes with Donnie T, but all of the shit they be saying, like, oh, he's a menace, like, that's the shit that gasses people up to want to go do that shit. Or when those attempts happen, make people, like, more callous towards it happening. You know, you got all of the fucking blue hair and pink hair and septum ring motherfuckers out there like, you had one job. You couldn't pull it off. He has to die. He has to die. And these people are still retarded because they're going to get a visit from somebody, or they're going to lose their fucking jobs, and then they'll be asked for GoFundMes and shit. I was fired. Like, watch what the fuck you say on the internet. I told you, dummies. Freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. I don't care what it is. But I'm going to keep looking into some things because there was some more inconsistencies, especially the shit where they got J.D. Vance out of there first. I know he's the vice president. At the most, both of them should have been goon-handed and out the fucking door at the same damn time. But they got J.D. Vance first. And then when we were sitting in the green room, on the news, they were talking about continuity of government and all that other shit. How many fucking congressmen and women were at that fucking correspondence dinner? You ever seen that show Designated Survivor? Where they were at hold on, the show Designated Survivor. Were they at the correspondence dinner in the very beginning of the show? And they blew that bitch up? And like almost all the fucking government was unalived, and it left Kiefer Sutherland's character to be the president? Like, it was on a continuity of government. I was like, uh-oh. So, and then on top of that, allegedly, I got to look at that too. They said that this was the first correspondence dinner that Donnie T's been to. Right? So there is a possibility that maybe this shit was some WWE shit. Now, I don't know if Donnie T can't fucking hear good. I don't know if he can't hear good or what, because he didn't really react the way I thought he would react to some gunshots. Because I could even hear the gunshots in the replay, and the fucking magician, the Jared Kushner lookalike, fucking heard that shit too. Melania heard that shit. The lady next to Trump heard that shit. Trump was just like, yeah. And then like and then it was like, then he kind of like gingerly got down on the floor and shit. I don't know. It's a great distraction though. So the White House Correspondents' Dinner was on Saturday. Some crazy dude that looked like Denise's husband off the fucking Cosby Show showed up, showed up with a fucking shotgun and tried to rush the doors of the Correspondents' Dinner to take out as many people as possible, including Donnie T. And he ended up getting stopped before he could get to the door. I guess they must have tackled him or something. They said every fucking round. Secret Service. These are supposed to be the best of the best. The best of the best. Couldn't hit a target. They said it was like 7 shots let off and not one shot hit this guy. The last one he was at was the one that Obama did where he roasted him. Oh, it's the State of the Union and the designated survivor. That's right. Most people talking about that Meg Thee Stallion bullshit. It's 'cause, people like messy shit. If it was a white man, they were all over that shit. It's a black guy. That shit might get swept under the rug. I don't know. We in the green room and shit, taking bets on like, hey, how much I want to bet it was an Iranian national? I said, if it was an Iranian national, we going to war Wednesday. I was like, if it's an Iranian national, we are going to war on Wednesday. Trump's going to announce that shit on Monday. They're going to gas up the peso on Tuesday. And Wednesday morning at fucking breakfast time, it's going to be Marines storming the fucking beaches of Normandy. Oh my gosh. That shit was, it was like, damn, it's fucking, what was Denise's husband's name on the Cosby Show? Or the oldest sister, what was her husband's name on the Cosby Show? I forgot his name. That's what that nigga looked like. But he was an engineer, right? They said he was an engineer, and he created some other shit. But we don't know. He might have been MK Ultra. We don't know. We're gonna find out one of his parents worked for fucking Langley or some shit. We're gonna find out like the FBI was in contact or watching him or some shit like that, or he was in some chat rooms. It was like, oh, he was posting on Blue Sky. I didn't know Blue Sky was still a fucking thing. He looks like an octoroon. Or octo what? Oh, man. That shit is funny to me. Donald Trump is a hard target. Donald Trump stars in Hard Target. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. But this one right here just smells of an operation. Now, I don't know if it's an operation where Donnie T is trying to gain some sympathy points and then trying to distract, because it's pretty interesting, or if it's an operation, to actually like take this nigga out. It don't make sense. Like, how did he even get the gun? It's DC, right? How did he even get the? I don't know. I feel like there should have been some red flags from the time he got off the train or walking to wherever the fuck he was walking to. Like, it's pretty fucking hard to hide a shotgun. Like, a shotgun ain't necessarily going to it's not going to fit in your duffel bag. A shotgun ain't necessarily fitting in your duffel bag. I'm just going to say that, right? Even if you took the barrel off the bitch, like, it ain't really, it ain't fitting. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting. I just want to hear more of the story that comes out. The manifesto, when that shit came out, I already knew. That's my rule. That's my rule. Anytime we get a manifesto from a fucking alleged shooter, nah, you gotta have some kind of level of skepticism at that point. Like, period, full stop. You gotta have some kind of level of skepticism. You know? But we'll see what happens. We'll see if this gains legs. I guess because nobody died, it's probably gonna die in the news cycle. They were like, the Secret Service agent, he was struck in the chest with with his vest, and he was saved by his vest, and his phone just so happened. Sounds like some movie shit. It sounds like some movie shit. He got hit in the chest in his vest, but his phone was there to stop the round as well. Like you get what I'm saying? Like, this shit sounds so fantastical. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What, he had a fucking phone pocket or his Kevlar? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Maybe it was in his coat pocket, I guess. But regardless, like, I'm just sitting there like, the bullet just so happened. I was like, oh, can y'all stop? Can y'all just keep it a simple story? Can we stop trying to make up this fucking Disney whimsical shit? Can we just keep it? Let me write the script. Can I get a shot at writing a fucking false flag? Let me show y'all how it's done. Okay? Y'all gotta stop taking liberties with the story, trying to make this shit all fucking... just come on. I can do better. You know... Right, George said his phone blocked the bullet. Like, it's a fucking... oh, you gotta love it. You gotta fucking love it. Like, they don't know no better. Even if he shot him with the shotgun... I don't got my vest in here. My vest is in the trunk. Even if he shot the shotgun, right? Regular Kevlar can stop a slug. You don't gotta make up the fact that the phone was there to fucking help stop a fucking Kevlar vest. My vest can stop a slug. My vest can stop a slug. It's stab fucking proof. And it stops the 5.7 round. And I only paid $700 for it. So I know that Secret Service has better fucking armor than I got. Oh, his phone was there. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, that shit is fucking not. Then I seen some dummy on Instagram talking about it's some time traveler lore going on about the kid now too. I'm like, what? I just laughed. I said, time traveler. He's a fucking time traveler. What is he coming back to do? Then they got the picture of Lawrence B. Jones and Erica Kirk taking a picture together, and some dummy talking about I don't know if he was saying this shit in jest. He didn't seem like he was saying it in jest. Oh, he's a time traveler. Maybe he came back to stop his own birth because Lawrence B. Jones might have knocked up Erica Kirk or some bullshit. I'm like, first off, his name is Cole Allen. It's not Cole Jones or Cole Ferensby or whatever the fuck her last name used to be, or Kirk. I'm just like, this nigga is 30 years old or however old he was. I just sitting there like, and he just was a dummy. It's just the fact that his manifesto sounded like he had this carefully thought out plan, and then he got there, and then like all that shit just went out the window. Right? Like, I don't know if I don't know if he thought he was going to be 007. He going to fucking put on some clothes and act like a waiter and go in there and fucking put a round in Donnie T's chest or some shit. Like, all of this shit is ugly. And several knives. He had a gun and several knives. Oh my gosh. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. But we'll probably won't hear anything from him. We'll be told what he says. The manifesto is it. We'll never hear from him again. You know? We'll never hear from that guy. That shit is funny. Cole got multiple names and numbers like Goldstein. That is funny, man. Everybody trying to get their money up. Everybody trying to get their money up. 7 crown. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to get their money up is how it is, but yeah, yo ran through that bitch. Yo ran through that bitch with his 444. He had a 4440 on them niggas. And they look shocked. Like, the fuck? Like, this is what I didn't understand. Like, I'm watching it, and as soon as he ran, you would think that the two Secret Service agents on either side would have fucking high-load him. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know how to fill a gap like Ray Lewis. Like, you supposed to, he tried to make a run for it, right? You supposed to fill a gap like Ray Lewis and level his ass. Right? He should have never made it past the magnetometers when he ran. They just watched him. They just watched him like, huh? Oh, the reaction time was just so bad. It was so bad. We just sitting there looking at the screen in the green room like, yo, his Secret Service is fucking slow. Fucking slow. The minute the shots went off, whoever the Secret Service agent was behind him or whatever should have fucking tackled him to the ground and shit. None of that happened. They got J.D. Vance out of there first, which is crazy. That tells me something. The fact that they got J.D. Vance out of there first tells me a lot. Tells me a lot. It makes me feel like Trump not going to be in office for long. It made me feel like Trump ain't going to finish his term. Yeah, I'm drinking Bucks. I'm drinking the Bucks right now. I went to the Bucks this morning. I had to drop my daughter off at school, and I wasn't gonna make it here in time. I had a report to turn in. I was like, let me go to the Bucks, get me a nice little iced coffee with a little heavy cream and stevia. It's hitting the spot right now. $5. It was fucking $5. Fuck. I need to get another Keurig. My Keurig broke. But I'm like, yo, them getting J.D. Vance out of there first, them sending, you know, it's like, I feel like it's giving Trump ain't gonna finish his term. And Trump has said some stuff to the affirmative of that a few times, some ominous shit where it made us like it sounded like he's alluding to the fact that he may not finish his term. What up, Sauce? You give him a year, Josh? Yeah, they need club bouncers at this, man. He wouldn't have made it in that bitch. You had some niggas from around the way. They'd have stomped the shit out of him. like at that Dave Chappelle show. They'd have beat this shit out. They'd have stomped that nigga. They'd have stomped him in the ground. Good old fashioned Rodney King ass whooping. Maybe the fact that he was black is what saved him. Or whatever he is. Cause I forgot who came in. It was like, look, it's a white guy, and I was like, nah, he ain't white. I was like, he got some melanin in there. But like, he should have Rodney King stomped the shit out of him, especially after he shot one of your people. He shot one of your own. He should have been unconscious. Sprinkle a little crack on him afterwards. He like it be one of my cousins. Oh shit, that's funny. Oh man, that's funny. I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, we about the same complexion, I guess, you know. I'm light. Secret Service shoots black man in correspondence there. He was just a fan of Donald. He just wanted an autograph, and they killed him. Who the fuck knows what they would have said? But the fact that they didn't even hit him is wild to me. But he was in such close quarters that they could have intercepted him before he got past the magnetometers if they was on their fucking job, and they didn't, which is hilarious to me. But like, it was so much misinformation going on online. They made it seem like that it was at the White House, right? They made it seem like it was at the White House. Then they said the dude that Secret Service killed him. Like, Nerd was reading, he was like, yo, they said they killed him. He was shot, he was killed. And then come out, nah, they apprehended him. And I'm like, look at all this fucking information. But you know how it is. You know how it is. Everybody want to be first, and then they gotta walk shit back. It was just a protest expressing his First and his Second Amendment rights. I just don't understand how. Like, you would think, right, that there would be another checkpoint outside the fucking hotel before they come into the hotel. Now, I don't know if he had already checked into the hotel beforehand, but when you have something like the correspondence dinner where the president's going to be, do you shut the whole hotel down for that shit? Do you still let people check in and be guests at that hotel when you got the president and shit like that, and all these VIPs in that one spot? Do you allow people to do that? Like them Bilderberg groups, them Bilderberg meetings, they don't allow that shit. You got to get the fuck out of the hotel. That hotel is fucking, it is vacated before they fucking show up. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, so why are there no magnetometers like in the fucking parking lot, on the front of the building? Right? You got to sweep. So he was in a coat closet or in a utility closet. You don't sweep that shit. Let's just say he did hide the gun in the utility closet. You don't sweep it. And then why was the gun? Why was he allegedly retrieved? They said he allegedly retrieved the gun from one of them, like a utility closet or a coat closet. You didn't sweep none of that shit. You didn't open the door and sweep none of that shit and make sure it wasn't nothing crazy, like a fucking improvised explosive. None of that shit. It's giving Butler all over again. It's crazy. You think there's gonna be another attempt? We already said it wasn't gonna be the last attempt, even after the Mar-a-Lago shit. Y'all think it's gonna be another attempt? So what? How many does this make? We had Butler. We had Mar-a-Lago. There was another alleged attempt with a bomb. Remember the one with the bomb in the car? And some guy walking with his fucking corgi just so happened to fucking find it, or some weird story. You know? Like, it's, I don't know. It's just, this shit is interesting. It's interesting. Donnie T was flexing nuts, talking about Israel. He don't answer to Israel, they answer to him. They just fucking did another strike on Lebanon again, I think this morning. They just struck Lebanon again this morning amid the ceasefire. There is no ceasefire. Stop telling us it's a ceasefire. There is no ceasefire. One thing I can see is that Donnie T want to back the fuck out of whatever's going on over there. He can't. Maybe that's why whatever happened last night, on Saturday night happened, because he wants to back out of that shit. He wants to back out of that shit like the Kool-Aid man, and he can't do it. He got to follow all the way through with this shit. It's blood in, blood out, nigga. Lebanon. It's blood in, blood out off this bitch. Man. Yeah, you gotta shut down all of that shit. Like, the president coming, there are no guests that can, like, look, you gotta rent the whole fucking hotel, okay? All right, if we know that, because it ain't like they booked the shit last week or last month. The White House Correspondents' Dinner was probably planned last year, right? So you block out that whole fucking night. There could be no guests from Saturday to Sunday. All right, the only guests that you got are the reporters and news agencies that can stay there. Nobody else. That's period. Full stop. They already got to vet all of them. You can't have no unknown variables in there. And then Trump wanted to, like, I want to go back out there. I get it. You try to capitalize off this event. Show them I'm not scared. I'm going back out there and speak anyway. We're going to resume. You can't resume. I was saying it in the green room. Like, this nigga cannot resume this fucking dinner. You can't resume this dinner. There's too many unknown variables. If one person was able to get through that motherfucker with the shotty, it could have been a second person in there, a contingency. You know what I mean? No, now at that point, you really can't let nobody leave. Now I need to scan everybody leaving. I need to pat them down. I need everybody searched that's leaving, to make sure there was no second or no contingency fucking assassin or whatever there. You can't keep going with the dinner. So they made the right call. All right, DC Metro and the FBI, and they made the right call. And like, nah, yo, this shit is done. And they want to do it. They want to do the correspondence dinner again in 30 days. Just give all them niggas Lunchables and do that shit virtually. Like, it's too many unknown, bro. This shit is funny, bro. This shit is funny. Like, it's... And people... Oh, why do you think it's a conspiracy? Like, just look at it on his face. On his face, like, it's things that you could be like, on his face, that shit looks legit. But then when you dig deeper, you kind of see the play. No, on his face, this shit looked like it was Fugazi from Jump Street. On his fucking face, it looked like it was Fugazi from Jump Street. Hey, Reba. Oh my gosh. It was on his face, it looked fake. It looked so Fugazi on his face. Oh, man. If you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Be over on Kick, hit that follow button. Oh my gosh, that is funny. That is funny to me. Like, you know what it reminded me of? Remember the last scene in The Manchurian Candidate? Like, it's like he watched The Manchurian Candidate and he thought that's what he could do. Or he watched Eagle Eye and he saw Shia LaBeouf's character fucking rush into the building and fucking save the president before he was killed. I don't know what the fuck he thought he was going to do. I want to know in his head if this shit is a legit situation, right? That's for shits and giggles. In his head, how did he see that shit going? Oh shit! How did he see that shit going? He thought he was going to gaffle a fucking waiter and take his that's just his size and take his clothes and walk in that bitch with a fucking serving tray. Like, I want to know in his head how he thought that shit was going to work out. Because I'm not spending a week on a train. I'm assuming it's got to be at least, what, from California to D.C. on a fucking train? That's a few days. I'm not spending that type of money that I'm going to, and I don't know if he was staying at that Hilton. That costs money. In D.C.? Oh, we talking about the guy that tried to allegedly shoot up the White House Correspondents' Dinner. What's up, Ike? Shout out to Kentucky Ike and his wife. They were at the Grifties, having fun, eating with us, breaking bread at Jabari's spot. Hey, yo, Jabari, that coconut shrimp was jumping, bro. I was hoping for the catfish nuggets, but no, that coconut shrimp that shit was banging. And that chimichurri, that green sauce is always a hit. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck did he see that shit going? Like, I don't know if he stayed there. Like, I'm like, damn, Langley could have at least sprung for a first class ticket on the fucking American airline, but you can't get your gun on there. You can't get your gun on there. You know, you can't. Well, you could, but then you still getting into DC with a shotgun. That shit ain't happening. They'd arrested you at the airport. You can't fly into DC with your shotgun. I mean, you can. It's not gonna work out for you that well. You know what I mean? Just like if I flew into California. Like, matter of fact, like when I went hunting with Donovan Loomis in California, he was like, "Yeah, you want to go on a turkey hunt?" I said, "Hell yeah, I want to go on a turkey hunt, but I ain't bringing no fucking guns." I said, "I'm gonna bring my bow. I'm gonna bring my bow because I can get off the fucking plane with a bow. I ain't bringing no shotgun. They gonna arrest the shit out of me if I get off that plane with a shotgun. Even if I'm going to turkey hunting, they probably would have detained me for 24 hours before even remotely letting me go. I'm gonna use your shotgun when I get there. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, like, all right, you got on the train, which is wild that we got all this TSA shit happening, and the train station ain't got none of that. The train station ain't got none of that shit. That's crazy. Why we do all that shit on airplanes, but you don't have no TSA like you do, or security that stringent at the fucking train station or the bus station? You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, Protocol had a fucking Chinese food carry-out container of fucking sweet tea. Hell no, Joni. You know we ain't buying this goddamn story, Joni. You should know better. You should know better, Jonah. We are not buying that story. They made a throwaway perfume. You got the mango shrimp. I ain't know they had. I was so set on the braised short ribs that I really didn't read the rest of the menu. Cause I told myself when I came back, cause I didn't have it. So the first year I had the jambalaya. That shit slapped. The second year I had some pasta. I had some kind of pasta. That shit was fucking good. The serving of pasta they give you at Jabari restaurant is great. I think Josh had the pasta that I had. No. I think, who was it? Keisha had the pasta that I ate before. Cause she couldn't even finish that shit. And then I was like, I'm getting the braised short ribs this time. I had that shit. My mom was already made up on that shit. I got that shit. That shit was so tender and fucking fantastic. I ain't need to add nothing to it or nothing. I had to add shit to it. That peanut butter old fashioned was hitting. Sweet tea was hitting. It was a great time. Great time. Oh, and that key lime tart for dessert. Oh man, bruh. That key lime tart was it. That key lime tart was it. Oh, she put you on game last year? It was a fun time. We went to Capitol Grill. So some of us went to the Capitol Grill on Friday, and then some people went to Texas Roadhouse. I did not realize that the Texas Roadhouse was that fucking. It took that long to get there. I think protocol said the Texas Roadhouse was like 15 miles from the hotel, which don't seem long. It don't seem long. Like, I know, like, it was something like 10, 15 miles from my house. It'd take me about maybe 20 minutes to get there. Protocol said it took them 40 minutes to get to the Texas Roadhouse, which was 15 miles away. But it's the way New Jersey's set up. It's the way New Jersey's set up. You got the penny alla vodka. Yeah, that was a big ass fucking serving. I was like, damn. But I didn't want to be weighed down and feel heavy. Like, if I'd have ate that shit, I'd have went back to the room and been asleep. I was already almost asleep in Trisha's in the room. Like, when we got back, everybody went to Trisha in the room. It was pre-gaming, and like, I just laid on the couch and I was about to be out. And all I had was, like I said, the braised short ribs and shit. I was ready to be out. And then I was like, let me go get dressed. So I went back to my room and got dressed and shit like that. Then went back up there and laid back down again until it was time to go. If I'd have ate that pasta, I'd have been no good. I'd have been no good. Yeah. Oh yeah, back to that. Because the way, like, they don't got like freeways like that. Like, they got freeways, but it was like everywhere you went, you had to go through the city. So you had lights and shit like that. So it took longer. Like, when they was talking about going out on Friday night, he was like, yeah, it's only like we about 10 miles. Like, they kept saying miles. We like 10 miles out. We like this miles out. I'm like, okay, that's not long. When we went out to the club, I was like, where the fuck is this club? We was driving for a minute. I'm like, damn, it took us like 20 minutes to get to the club, which was supposed to be 10 miles away. I'm like, this shit is crazy. I was like, what the fuck? But it was a good time. A fun time was had by all. We went to this club called the Laundromat. Never again. Never again are we going to the Laundromat. I couldn't do it. Never again. Nope. It was cool though. It was a cool concept. You walk in there, it looked like an actual laundromat, kind of sort of the hallway. The hallway kind of actually looked like a laundromat, and then you open these doors, and then you go downstairs, and there's a fucking club, right? Oh, you fucking took us on a fucking a journey. Is that what happened, Jabari? Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, everybody was like, damn. I was like, nah. Because we went Friday to that spot, right? And we go in there, and it just looked like a fucking romper room. It looked like a kiddie disco in this place. And I'm like, and they wasn't really checking ID. Like, I'm used to, like, here in Baltimore, I'm used to clubs where they pat niggas down, make sure you ain't got no shit on you. They checking ID at least. They ain't do none of that. I could have easily handled every bouncer that I seen at every place that we went. I'm like, these are the bouncers? Like, they ain't stopping shit. To the point where at one point they were carding. And I just walked past the nigga and he ain't even try to stop me. And all I hear in the background is like, why ain't you stopping? He's like, oh. He just patted me on the back and I just kept walking through. Oh, man. We get downstairs. And then this is when I knew it was a wrap, right? They started playing iCarly's theme song. And then they played Hannah Montana's theme song. And I said, it's time to get the fuck out of here. I said, 100% there are nothing but minors in here. I said, there's a few, it gotta be. Because I'm telling you, if you looked around on Friday night, I'm like, they said it was college night. I said, nah, it's gotta be. Nah, you better check some IDs. You better check some IDs. What year were you born, young lady? I was like, no. And then who was it? I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was Keisha friend Maureen or if it was Shaniqua. These older guys were going in there. We had just walked out when we heard the fucking Hannah Montana shit. Right? We just walked out when we heard the Hannah Montana shit. Like, nah, we got the fuck out of there. And I think it was Shaniqua. I don't remember. They was telling the guys like, yeah, they're young in there. And then these niggas go, oh really? And then they fucking walked a little faster to the club. She's like, I forgot who I was talking to. That shit was funny though. They was like, really? He was looking for the jailbait. And we ended up going we went to something next door called Tashmoo. That spot was pretty chill. It was a chill spot. That spot was the type of spot I like to go to. It was chill. It wasn't a bunch of shit going on. You just find a little like a bar top or something, and you or tabletop, and then you just sit down and you chill. They had some decent music. Like the lady, they had a Spotify playlist, which was a decent Spotify playlist, and they played it, and it was pretty decent. We was chilling, drinking. We had more fun over there than at the fucking laundromat. But then Saturday, after the Grifties, everybody want to go back to the fucking laundromat. I'm like, no. I remember Don Mega. Shout out to Don Mega. Don Mega and his girl was there. And they said, everybody going to this place, the laundromat. I said, yo, I said, maybe Saturday night is different, but Friday night, it was 100% there were minors in there. I was like, yeah, maybe it's different here. And then it was kind of different. It was a mixed crowd, but then they did that bullshit with the music again. I was like, oh, nope, time to go. I tried, right? Me and Pro was sitting there chilling, and then like after that shit happened, we was out. We was out. Like, nah, it's time to go. It's time to go. Like, I found a little spot where I could chill, and like, I don't like all the bumping around, like everybody bumping into you and shit. I'm just looking around, looking for fucking trouble. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just looking for motherfuckers that's going to be trouble, right? Because I got this security thing. Because I used to be a bouncer. Like, that ruined like clubs for me. Like, once I became a bouncer, that shit ruined clubs for me. I can't have fun at the club because I'm always looking to fucking fight. Like damn. You know what I mean? And there was a couple of niggas that bumped me, and it was kind of irky, and I was ready to shove the shit out of. So I was like, let me get out of here. Especially when that Hannah Montana came on. So yeah, it's time to go again. I just went down there because everybody from the Grifties that was with us went down there. So I was like, nah, it's time to dip. Right? And we went back over to the other spot, and we had a great time over there. Shout out to Philly Greg. I got to meet Philly Greg. Philly Greg was cool. He got me. I was drinking Michelob Ultras. You know, that's my drink of choice. I don't really do like hard liquor all the time, right? But he got, you know, he was cool to put a face to the name. He was cool. Got to meet his wife. Like I said, Don Mega got to meet his wife. Guntucky Ike and his wife came out. Yo, Guntucky Ike's wife, you are country. You are country. They're from Kentucky, but she talked and she sounded like she was from Baton Rouge. It was the coolest shit in the world. I was like, yo, she is country. It was funny. It's all good though. It was cool as shit. I was like, yo, because I don't like, it's, you know, because I mostly hear northern accents, but your accent was strong. Oh, you are from Baton Rouge? Oh shit, I didn't know. I didn't know. I was just like, yo, because Ike don't sound like that, and then you sound like you was straight Creole. Like I was like, man, she sound like she eat crawfish. And gator. But it was just fun. Everybody was super chill. It was great. I'm telling you, it was always a good time at a Hotep event, yo. I can't wait for Savannah. I can't wait for Savannah whenever we run that back. Oh man, I can't wait for Savannah. That's gonna be fun. Little Cajun, yeah, she's a little Cajun. She sound like fucking Remy LeBeau. I can't talk because I be trying to hide my Baltimore accent, but that shit be coming out. People be like, where you from? Oh man. But yeah, it was a fun time. It was a fun time. Then everybody woke up, said their goodbyes and shit. I think Heather said her and Trish and Lauren was crying and shit. Like, they don't all be meeting up throughout the year anyway. Yeah, get your money right. You know what I mean? You know? Oh, man. You like a thick Baltimore accent? It took me years to get this. The accent, and it took me years to figure this shit out. Cause like once I started like really getting into the work world, I couldn't talk like that. like I couldn't do that. Like we don't. It's a lot. Like I still say Doug. Y'all hear me say Doug sometimes, and I try not to say Doug. I be trying to fix the T, but I can't do that. But I try to enunciate my words better. You live in Baltimore County? Yeah, I live in Baltimore County now. I got the fuck up out of the city. Yeah. Yeah, most people in Baltimore County don't have a city accent. They try. Some people be emulating and trying to talk like that. But, yeah, Baltimore County, they don't really have a thick Baltimore city accent. And it's different accents in Baltimore. So when you got Baltimore County, you don't really hear it like that. Baltimore City, you hear it. But then when you get to like Dundalk and Essex and Middle River, like, yeah, hon, I'm gonna go down there to see the Orioles and get me some crabs and a natty bow. That's how they talk. Give me one of them natty bows and some crabs. You wanna see the Orioles, hon? That's how they talk. They sound like they from over in England and shit. But I can't wait for Savannah. Savannah's gonna be fun. It was fun last time. That's right, Alchemist, you do got people in Baltimore. Yankees? Yeah, Maryland's technically the South, but they call us the Mid-Atlantic. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I consider us the North, right? I feel like once you hit that Virginia line now, we're like the line. I feel like we're the line. We're not necessarily the North or the South. We are the Mid-Atlantic. But once you hit Virginia, now you in the South. And then then it's like Maryland's like that middle ground. I even consider Delaware like in Maryland kind of on the same thing. And then Pennsylvania, I would consider Pennsylvania and up. I would consider the North. That's just me. You feel like Ohio's the North, but not the Midwest? Anything north of the Potomac River? Yes, yeah, because of the Mason-Dixon line, yeah. You don't consider Virginia to be the South? You think from North Carolina down? And then fun fact, Baltimore is not a part of the DMV. We our own fucking country. Baltimore is our own country. We are not a part of the DMV. When they say, you'll never hear a Baltimore nigga say, I'm from the DMV. We from Baltimore. And then if you live in PG County or DC or Virginia, now you the DMV. Baltimore, we from Baltimore. Oh man, it's fucking funny. Canada's the great white north. Well, you guys all look alike in Canada. We gotta get Jonah out of Canada, yo. We gotta get Jonah out of Canada. We gotta get Jonah to the States. We gotta get Jonah to the States. Jonah needs to present a Grifty. That's what we need to do. You said Baltimore hold a lot of history. My son was just talking about that, right? Because for some reason, he fascinated with Washington, D.C. And he wants to, yeah, we should move to Washington, D.C., Dad. And I'm like, no, we don't, son. Nope, we're going to stay. First off, I don't know how long we staying here in Maryland. 2, damn sure ain't moving to D.C. I can't stand D.C. Virginia was on the fucking menu, but then they fucked up by voting in Abigail Spanberg. You know what I mean? Shit. So I'm looking for the Midwest. I'm looking for the Midwest. I don't mind a good flower state. I'm looking for some place where I can go piss out my backyard and don't nobody bother me. That's what I'm looking at. You know? Give me a home with a buffalo roam. Give me a home with a buffalo roam. That's all I want to do. I want me to go hunting and shit. And all that stuff. Me and Maj was talking about that shit in the green room and shit. He was asking me, like, because he said I guess he wanna start shooting a bow and stuff like that. And he was asking, like, what's the learning curve and all that other stuff. I'm like, yo, he'd be good. I said, just shoot from different angles. I said, I was like, my first time, I told him the story when I first got my compound bow. Right, that shit was embarrassing. Like, my father, because we was on this like survival tip. Like, it's when we first got into all the survival shit. Right, it was like 2015, 2016. Right, and he bought me a compound bow. He bought my brother's compound bows, and he's like, all right, we should learn this. I was like, okay, whatever, that's cool. And garden his backyard, and I'm just going off what the fuck I see on fucking Arrow and shit. I'm stupid. And then I draw the fucking bow back, and because of the way my forearms are, y'all can't see, but the way my forearms are, like, I gotta like position my hand a certain way, but I didn't know that at the time, and I fucking let that fucking string go. that fucking bowstring hit my forearm, son. I had a knot the size of my fist on that bitch. The arrow, to this day, we don't know where that arrow went. Shout out to Positivity with the gifted sub. I appreciate you. Shout out to Positivity and Solidus. Positivity and Solidus showed up. They were fucking lovely. They were fantastic. You know what I mean? They had a great time at the Grifties. Hopefully they come to Hotep Con and hang out. But to this day, I don't know where that arrow went. My dad was so fucking nervous. I was nervous. I think it went up in a tree and it broke up somewhere. Like, cause it was crazy. And my father was like, fuck. He was like, all right, if we hear sirens, I did it. My father was ready to take the fall for me. He's like, I did it. If something happened and we hear sirens, I did it. I was like, he's like, I did it. My father was ready to take the fucking fall for me and shit. We ain't hear nothing. I think it literally like broke up in the trees and it ain't go nowhere. I went home. I got on YouTube and shit. I started practicing, going to the archery range. I'm man. Nigga, I was Hawkeye out this bitch at that point. A good week, 2 weeks, I was fucking Hawkeye, son. I bought a quiver and a fucking sleeve so I wouldn't fuck my forearms up, figure out how to hold that bitch. I was fucking killing it. I might be able to beat Joe Rogan in the motherfucking shoot off, god damn it. I might be able to beat fucking Joe Rogan in the shoot off. You know what I mean? Shit. There go Philly Greg right there. That was fantastic meeting. I was just talking about you, bro. Fantastic meeting you and your wife, yo. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem at all. Yeah, definitely. Hope y'all come out to the Hotep Con. Yeah, they was definitely it was real chill. The Indian. Well, we saw that at the clubs. There was a lot of what was Keisha calling them? There's a lot of Patels running around the clubs and stuff. I work with nothing but Patels. I work with nothing but Patels. I think I might be the only black American. No, I'm lying. It's me and one other black American that work for the IT department for the port. Is me and a dude named Mike. Everybody else is Patels or African. They super cool though. The Patels are cool. They be sharing their food and shit. I be scared to eat it sometimes because I be seeing them fucking videos online and shit of the Goop Scoop. I'm like, I don't know. Y'all know I'm talking about them videos. They be spitting in the food and shit like it's got flavor, and they be goop scooping that shit. They don't be washing their hands. Sometimes I'll be known, but they seem like good clean Patels. So I was like, they be having like at work they'll have like whatever like holiday or whatever the fuck it is. They'll have a celebration at work sometimes, and they be like, you coming up? Are you coming up to the trade center? Are you coming up to the trade center? And I'll go up there and mingle, and then I'll sit there and I ask what stuff is, because you know they like to eat shit that's spicy as fuck. They like to eat shit. I thought Jamaicans like spicy. The Indians like spicy. Like flamethrower out your ass spicy. Pause. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That shit be fucking spicy. So I be asking like, is that got spice in it? Cause I'm about to be 42. My stomach ain't what it used to be. Yeah, it's a Patel Brothers grocery store right next to the Korean barbecue spot I be going to. I walked in that bitch and I had to hold my breath for a minute. Like I was like, God damn. Like, God damn. I lied to you not. I walked in and had to walk back out for a second because the smell was overwhelming. And I'm convinced that maybe they do use deodorant, but maybe because the fucking spices and shit they be using, that like you walk in that store, I'm like, maybe it just overpowered the deodorant. I was like, God damn, like I had to take like short breaths and shit. I was looking for when I went to one of the events, they had this really good, like, I don't know what kind of sauce it was. It was slightly spicy, but it had a sweet taste to it. I liked it, and I wanted to go look for it. And I fucking couldn't remember. I thought it was like, if I see the bottle, I'll know what it is. I couldn't remember what it was called. I was in that bitch looking around, taking short breaths and shit. I was like, God damn, this store is crazy. I was like, this store is crazy. I was like, fuck. But yeah, it's a Patel Brothers joint right next to the spot I be going to get my Korean barbecue from. I do like me some Korean barbecue. Next time, I guess when we go out, we gotta find a Korean barbecue spot, everybody. We're gonna go over there that. Had fun. Like, Capitol Grill was cool. I was like, damn, we should have went to Texas Roadhouse. Like, it was straight, but it was like, dang, I could have got me some rolls and some cinnamon butter. For the amount of money I spent on a meal at fucking Capitol Grill, I could have paid for like 2 people to eat. Oh man, I forgot everything was a la carte there too. Like, if you order a steak, it don't come with sides. You gotta order the sides too. So it ain't like they be like, oh, okay, you want the New York strip? What sides do you want? No. They gonna just bring the New York strip out. That's it. They just bringing the New York strip. Period, full stop. Korean barbecue sushi was great. Yeah. Nah, it wasn't no, nigga, that wasn't no incense. I don't know what it was. It was tough. It was tough. I was like, damn. Yeah, it was cool, yo. Like I'm telling you, yo, this is the most genuine event. You know, a hotel event is the most genuine event you can come to. It's one of the most genuine events you can come to. You know what I mean? We have a lot of fun. We have a whole lot of fun. Everybody cool. I'm happy Tari made it home. Tari at 5 in the morning in the chat, like, I made it. Like, damn. Hey, damn, nigga, you walk home? Hey, did Tari walk home? Like, god damn. Jesus, Jonah. Oh man, but the amount of spice they got on they shit, boy, you know they regular. I can barely handle the red sauce from the halal spot. I'll get me a fucking lamb salad. I'm like, look, just put a fucking drop of the red sauce, please, cause that shit go a long way. That red sauce will fuck you up. But that, man, my brother liked Indian food. I'm like, all right, you keep on eating that shit. You 25 now. Wait till you turn, like, when you get in your 30s. You gonna feel like you gonna eat that shit and you gonna feel like you was at a Diddy party. Pause. Hitchhiker is Ohio. But yeah, 5 a.m. he said he finally made it home. I'm like, damn, this nigga must have fucking walked. Indian what? Pizza and wing spot. Indian pizza and wing spot. That probably is dope. But I was like, damn, we had fun. Jersey, when you drive into Jersey, it just looked like a third world country when you drive in that bitch. Like, it looked like a failed industrial zone when you drive into Jersey. Delaware ain't but that big. When you get into Jersey, you know you in Jersey. You know you in Jersey. I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy, like Chernobyl. You said Tari reminded you of Goofy the Father, man. Tari was walking. Man, Tari good people, yo. Tari is fantastic, yo. Tari get some drink up in him. That nigga is funny. He wanted to challenge everybody to a versus Ludacris versus T.I. I was like, that's an odd versus. Ludacris versus T.I. is an odd versus. Oh man, Tari's good people. I thought Tari was about to start a fight with somebody. Like, he just like, yo, why you got them big ass gauges in your ear? Just out of nowhere. But the guy was cool. Jersey is a third world country shithole, but I ain't been since 1990. It looked like 1990 in Jersey. That's what it looked like. I'm just saying. And then when we was driving to Jabari spot, Pro was like, yo, all this shit like plantation land right here. He wasn't lying though. We're doing what? We're gonna go to the Jersey Farm Country. Hey, I'm down for that shit. I want to do Hotep Con with Taylor. Taylor got the horse farm in California. Do Hotep Hey Dude. We got that bitch dressed like posse and shit. Everybody come out there with their cowboy boots, they ranch hand boots, and they tractor supply hats and some Wranglers and a fucking plaid shirt. You know what I mean? Oh, we need to go to the Marriott next year? Yeah, we ain't had no water when we woke up on Saturday morning. Shaniqua said that she had to boil. Me and Pro sitting down eating breakfast. Shaniqua walk up with like 8 bottles of water in her hand. I'm like, why you get all that water, Shaniqua? She was like, oh, the water. I didn't even know. She's like, yeah, the water out. I was like, oh, damn, for real? She's like, yeah, the water out. I was like, oh, shit. She said she was boiling water and shit so she could wash up like a fucking FEMA camp. And then Keisha was like, this is unacceptable. Keisha turned into a Karen. This is unacceptable. She called the front desk. She called the front desk, turned on her Karen powers, and then next thing you know, 10 minutes later, there was water. I was like, oh, Lord. The power of the Karen compels you. Oh, y'all stayed at the embassy? The Washington Hilton? They gave you one night? Oh, yeah, Jeremiah was over that shit. Jeremiah, I should have did that, Jeremiah. I should have did that too. The water came back, so I wasn't tripping. So, but like, Jeremiah was over it. Jeremiah, they made me pay for, because they made us pay for parking. They made us pay $15 a day for parking. I'm like, what? All right, damn. So it was the incidentals, which was like $100 for 2 days. And then you had to pay $15 a day for parking. I'm like, oh, y'all niggas nickel and diamond. The lady gave me $5 off for parking though. The lady at the front desk. Jeremiah goes, don't give him no discount. Oh shit. And then we wake up the next morning, we go, everybody about to leave and shit. The fucking women's bathroom on the first floor is fucking flooding out into the lobby. I'm like, damn. What I will say is the beds were fucking comfortable. Them beds was comfortable. The parking fee is corporate wide. Yeah, the room was straight. It was comfortable. The room was cool. I liked it. It was like a little mini studio apartment. Had a little kitchenette. Cook you some breakfast if you wanted to do all that shit, and dinner and all that other stuff. Like my room, I had the handicap room. I didn't even have an oven. I wanted the oven. They had a cooktop, but they didn't have no oven. I was like, damn, I want an oven. Like, let's go bake some shit or something. I was gonna go to the store and bake some shit. I was about to commandeer Heather and Trisha's fucking oven and make you a rice pudding. I was gonna take it up. I was gonna take it to the green room or something. Do I know what an aphrodisiac is? Yeah, that's that shit that Bill Cosby was slipping into them women drinks. That Spanish fly he was always talking about. Yeah, it was cool, yo. Like, the bed was fucking great. Bed fucking comfortable. I ain't had to share that bitch with nobody. I was knocked out. The only reason, like, and we had late nights. Like, I think the first night I didn't go to bed till 5. We were just chilling. I woke up at like 9, but I felt rested. I felt well rested. I woke up at I was waking up at like 9. I was like, that is with the bed like 4 hours ago. I felt well rested. Same thing the night after we all left. We was all in Patriot J room Saturday night, and I woke up well fucking rested on Sunday. Like, damn. Okay. Oh, aphrodisiac? Yeah. I was good at spelling and all that other reading and shit. I learned from the phonics method, you know, sounding shit out. You know what I mean? We ain't do no sight word bullshit back in the fucking 90s and 80s. We did that good old fashioned phonics. Sound that, you don't know the word, sound that shit out. Sound that shit out. But that's the shit that Bill Cosby was slipping in. Spanish Fly was an Afro DJ. Some people would say Honey Packs or Afro DJ. Oh shit. Fucking Haram and Keisha friend Maureen was talking about some shit called Amanita gummies. I didn't know they had mushroom gummies. I was like, mushroom gummies? I ain't never heard of that shit. Some next level shit. Eating oysters for breakfast. I do love me some oysters. I'll sit there. I can sit down and eat oysters all day. I'll eat them till I get sick sometimes. Like, cause I don't know why. I like briny oysters. I love briny oysters. They gotta be salty. I love a briny oyster. If they're not briny enough, then I put lemon on them. They come from Aphrodite. I like a good briny oyster. If not, I gotta add lemon. If it's briny enough, I don't add the lemon. I just do Tabasco and a little cocktail sauce, and then I'm good. A little horseradish. If they got some horseradish, oh man, it's fantastic. Tanya was on the phone Saturday night when we all got back. And, I was messing with her. I'm like, yo, Tanya, where you at, yo? She said, who's this? I said, it's Canyon. Because she kept calling me Canyon at the hotel card. Oh, Guns. It's Guns. I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, yo, why'd you come out? She said she had a bunch of shit going on. She had a wedding to go to and some more shit, apparently. So she said she wasn't able to come out or whatever. But, yeah, so it was a fun time. It was a fun time. Oh, man. I was like, Guns. So she kept calling me Canyon the whole time at Hotepcon. To the point that was just my name for the rest of the weekend. Oh, word, y'all play spades? Oh, she was whooping y'all ass in spades? Oh, so that means we gotta get Tanya and we gotta get Melinda. Because Melinda was busting their ass in Vegas and in Miami on spades. What she say, Pro? What did Melinda say? She was like, because H&M tried to change it up a little bit. She was like, I don't know how to play black people spades. And then she proceeded to whoop everybody ass in spades. I think Melinda and Unc was partners, I think it was. But Melinda and HJ had beat everybody in Vegas in spades. Like, Melinda's a fucking spades player. I don't know where she's been. I know she be working. She be all over the place. So hopefully she make it out to Hotepcon this year, because I think she live in Georgia. So hopefully she make it out. She's so wholesome. She's like my meemaw. Oh, yeah. Maureen's super cool. She was cool as shit. She fit right the fuck in. She had jokes and jokes and jokes. I was like, oh, yeah, you fit right in with everybody. Oh, word? Where the fuck was he at? Because he was supposed to be there. Because I think he was supposed to present. Where was Daniel Pimpleton? Where were you at, Kanye? Like, where was you at, yo? You supposed to have been at the Grifties and shit. He probably just couldn't make it. Yo, the price of shit and the way the airports is and shit like that, yo, it was rough, yo. These gas prices and shit need to come down like ASAP. You know what I mean? These prices gotta come down, yo. HJ did a good job in sticking to the script and not going over. He did a good job with that. I'm not gonna call it an abbreviated Grifties, but it definitely ain't go as long as like we were done by what time? We were done by like 10? Were we done by 10? Oh, you did Priceline? Kanye was with Milo. Apparently, Kanye was at the fucking correspondence dinner, it looked like. It looked like he was at the correspondence dinner. I seen a picture, I don't know. No, because it was like, there was a couple pictures where like he was mingling and talking to people. He was leaning over talking to him. Yeah, I said that yesterday. I said, Unc looked like he got a 1989 Broham with a cooler full of drinks in the back and some candy. Unc looked like one of them uncles that tell you about his glory days on the block and shit. Unc looked like he's about to unveil the fucking new iPhone 19. That motherfucker was shining though. I was like, damn, that bitch glistening off the light. I need that. I need to know where he got that shit from. Damn. Unc said I'm only built for Cuban links. Oh shit. I was like, yo, I was laughing. I was like, that shit kind of fire. But you can't wear that chain and then wear them fucking black Air Forces though. You can't put that chain on Unc. It's the chain he had on for on Hotels But Told You on Thursday. You can't rock that chain and then you had them fucking beat up ass Air Force Ones on. Oh my gosh, you can't do that. You gonna wear that chain, Unc? You gotta put some fly shit on your feet. You gotta put some fly shit on your feet. You know what I mean? Yeah, Unc check cleared. Unc check cleared. I was like, man, Unc was looking good though. Unc was looking slick. He had the fit. He just needed the shoes. Like, damn, Unc would have set it off with the right pair of shoes. He'd have been Gucci. Yeah, either you get some fresh out the box ones, right? You know what I mean? Or you do some slick shit. You know, you can still go get you some Stacey Adams, some Cole Haans. If Unc get some Pradas, yo. That shit would have been funny because HJ probably would have got triggered by the fucking Pradas. You know what I mean? Unc would have showed up with the Pradas on. Unc would have had the fit with the chain and the Pradas. Unc got it. Unc baller. He could afford the Pradas. So Unc get a pair of Pradas. He can even go on Temu. Temu be having them, not Temu, the TikTok shop be having them replicas and shit. There's a dude on TikTok that be buying all the Pradas, all the Prada replicas. And he be showing the shit compared to the real ones and shit because he got the real ones. And he's like, yo, he can't tell the difference between the reps and the regular Pradas. He said the quality and everything is the fucking same. I was tripping. See, Josh, I was going to say you should have got some Pradas. Man. I was like, hey, yo. I should have got some Pradas. He'd have set that shit off, yo. That's all right. I got you, yo. Next year, yo, we gonna get your fit right, yo. We gonna get your fit right, we gonna get your fit right. Your fit was straight. You just got the shoe game gotta get good. You know, get the shoe game jumping. You know. And the Pradas will last you because I know Unc ain't gonna wear them all the time. You know, you just break them out on good occasions. That's what I do with some of my designer shit. Right? Like I was gonna rock the ball mains. I was gonna bring the ball mains with me and rock them bitches on stage. I was like, no, I want to go black on black. I want to go black on black. So I was like, I was under my, cause I didn't feel like buying no new shoes, right? I'm like, I don't feel like buying no more shoes, right? So I was like, I was gonna go, I was gonna bring the my all black fours. Like, I could wear the all black fours. Them bitches would look good with the fit, right? Especially it would have matched the hoodie. I mean the sweatshirt I wore, right? Cause I had Hotep sweatshirts made for me and HJ Lauren got one, and I got one for Unc, but I forgot to bring it with me. Out the hotel room, so I gotta mail it to Unc. So I'll probably mail that shit out to him tomorrow or something like that, so he have it. But yeah, but then I was under the bed, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot I had fucking Nike boots. So I rocked the Nike boots. You know what I mean? You know, I had to take it back. You know, back to '96. Nike boots still in style though. Let me see. I got them on today. These bitches. I got them on today. Boom. Y'all remember these? I rock these bitches. I rock the Nike boots to work. I mean, to the Grifties and shit. I'm mad I fucking scuffed the front. I was pissed. I scuffed the fucking front of them. I was so upset about that shit. But these bitches was fresh under the... I was like, I forgot I even bought these bitches. Like, I wore them a couple times and then they just been under the fucking bed. Yo, they be getting Jonah, yo. The Kick AI do not like Jonah. I don't even know what he said. I don't even know what Jonah said. Oh, yeah, they dumb comfortable. They dumb comfortable. Yeah, you had to scan the QR code and shit. But Shorty gave me the discount code. She gave me a discount code for the parking. She gave me a discount code for the parking. A little social engineering at its finest. Oh, no, yeah, you had to, yeah, I saw Philly Graves thing just now. Yeah, you had to scan it. I probably would have been straight. It's probably some bullshit, but I was like, I wasn't about to risk getting my shit towed, right? Because one, I had the Mercedes with me, and like, you know how tow truck drivers be? Them niggas be reckless. Like, I don't want to get towed anyway, but them niggas be reckless as fuck. I ain't want to go pick my shit up in the fucking bumper loose or some shit like that. I had a fucking fit. Yeah, the Kick A. Yeah, because it is anti-Jonah. Because Jonah he be saying shit, but he don't be saying shit like that. And then that's like, he was in the chat one night, and that shit kept fucking erasing his fucking comment. And then Jabari come in that bitch and just start using all the hate words, and it did nothing. They do shit. Oh, man, that's funny. I wore the Nike boots. I was kind of, the fit was alright. You know. Like, I was just like, man. But next year, I wonder what we're going to do next year for the Grifties. We got to do the Grifties bigger. We got to promote it. What? We got to do, we got to do, I don't know. We got to do we stay in Jersey? Do we stay in Jersey for the next Grifties? I think between the three of us, me, Uncle, and HJ, and if we could really get like a Tim Pool or somebody really on board with it, and we get them to get involved with it, like, you know, because Tim Pool in Maryland any fucking way, he on the East Coast, he rich, he can fucking fly out. We do that shit, and then we get them involved with like presenting, like get him and Phil that remains and what's the other dude, Ian. We get them to come out and shit like that, and we do like a fucking black tie event, like at like a theater, like a real fucking, you know what I mean? That'd be dope, and I know we can pull that shit off. I know we can if we get the right people to get behind us with this shit. You know what I mean? Maybe we make amends with Daily Wire, you know, and get the landlords on. But you know what I'm talking about. We get the right people involved with it, so we, you know. But I think we got enough of a following to pull that shit off, yo. I know we do. I holler at Chad Dukes. If you live in the DMV in Maryland, DC, Virginia, you know who Chad Dukes is. Me and Chad became cool. I get Chad Dukes involved in that shit. Like, yo, we get Chad involved in that shit. Because he got the blueprint to that shit, right? Shout out Chad Dukes. He got the blueprint to that shit. They was doing them type of shows that we did, like with the Grifties and stuff. They've been doing that shit since like the early 2000s. I've been to a few of them. And they invited me out to a couple of other events since I became cool with them. I get to pick his brain, even have him do it, because he got a nice audience following. Like, yo, get involved with the Grifties. Even if it's just promotion. because they sold out the State Theater in Virginia. They sold out the State Theater a couple of times in Virginia, and we had a fucking fantastic time. So I know we got enough of a following where we could do something like that, right? Like, I think when I went to the one State Theater, it had to been like almost 300 people in that bitch just to see him and Oscar Santana. And they just did their show. They did their show. Like, you know, like, we used to go up there and do Hotel Been Told You and have us come pop up as guests and shit like that. We got enough of a following. We can pull that. I think we could do that shit. Make it like a black tie affair type situation. Or the Source Awards. I'm telling you, it'll be dope. It'll be dope. That'd be nice, but I think we might have burnt that bridge. Or that bridge was burnt since HJ left fucking TPUSA. He got put out. Maybe Rogan. I think Rogan would probably be on. Like, I think Rogan he might be on board with that shit. Giveaways, prizes, make grifties, and yeah, exactly, Jabari. I think we can do it. I think we can make this shit a real, like the last 3 years has been great, but I think we can expound on that shit. I really do. I really do. I think we can really expound on it, especially if we get other content creators in on it. And then we can get, you know, then they're like, so then you have me on HJ audience, and let's just say if Rogan got on there and promoted it, like, I'm involved with the Grifties, blah blah blah. Maybe we can get Tim Pool on that shit involved in it. Yeah, we doing the Grifties. That bitch should be packed the fuck out. That bitch should be packed the fuck out. Hotel's Been Told You need to go on tour. It's a pot. We talked about it. I think we can do it, yo. I really do. I really do. But I think we need to get other creators on board, and we can really like make a fucking run with that shit. And that can really be a fucking thing, yo. You know what I mean? Make a Grifty Skank Fest. Oh god. Oh man. I think we can do it, yo. I think it's a possibility. I think it's a thing. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, shout out to Taylor, Hotep T-Rex. If it wasn't for Taylor, the Grifties wouldn't even be a fucking thing. If it wasn't for Taylor, it wouldn't be a thing. Period. Full stop. You know what I mean? Taylor he be making shit happen. He flew out from Idaho, got all this shit together. We had the teleprompter and he's running you know, the OB. He ran it all. He did the whole production, man. Taylor's the fucking MVP, yo. Taylor is the fucking MVP. You know, then he left that night. I'm sure as soon as he got home, he started editing the show. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see how it came out. I was nervous. As shit. I'm like, I gotta go first? God damn. I didn't even know what I was presenting until an hour before the show. We waiting, they pre-gaming, like I said, it's pre-gaming and Trish and Heather in the room. And then HJ in there, I'm like, hey yo. I think he was like, are you ready? I'm like, am I winging it? Like, what am I presenting? I don't even know, is it a script or am I just going off the dome? And he was like, oh no, it's a script. And then he sent it to me on the phone. I'm like, yo, what? But I was like, all right, we got a teleprompter, so we should be good. But I was like, this nigga, it's an hour before the show. But then Nerd was like, that nigga just said, Nerd said, that nigga sent it to me when I got here. I was like, all right, so we got to teleprompt this. So I was like, all right, let me just skim it real quick, and then I can read. You know, I got the phonics method. You know, I can sound shit out. You know, and I've got some experience now from this, like the third. I've been involved in all of the Grifties, but you know, the teleprompter and shit. I got some experience now reading the teleprompter and stuff like that. All that. Thanks, I appreciate the positivity. Oh, it's funny. Oh shit. I might have to do me a stand-up, a routine. I might do me a stand-up routine. I was just off the top of the head positivity. I was so nervous. I get nervous and I just start going off the top of the head with shit. And then I read the fucking, like once I felt comfortable, that's when I went to the teleprompter to read. That shit was right off the dome. Maybe I need to write some shit. Maybe I'll do a stand-up routine somewhere, like HJ and Patriot J did. I don't care what nobody say. That shit take fucking guts. That shit take guts and courage to go up on the stage in front of strangers and then try to make them laugh. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, Kentucky. Your face hurt from laughing so hard. I appreciate it. I was nervous as fuck. Ask Lauren. Lauren was like, yo, I can't believe you. She's like, can't believe you're going first. I was like, I don't want to go first. I do not want to go first. I was like, fuck it. All right, let's go. Let's go. I was like, all right. And then it was a good time. It was a great time. A fantastic time. It's always a good time. Like, I looked forward to the Grifties. I was looking forward to it. Like, yo, I need a break. I need a break from life. Go up there, hang out with my friends. You know, because you guys aren't just subscribers and followers and shit. Y'all fucking family. I'm about to start calling y'all cousins and shit. Hell yeah, Jabari. Jabari a good one. Jabari wrote my script for the first live Grifties. He wrote my shit for the first live Grifties and shit. Shout out to Jabari. You know, Jabari wrote my shit, and then who else was it? It was you and who else? Mike, Fresh Mike. Shout out Fresh Mike. I still think Fresh Mike a cool guy. You know, I thought, but that shit was fun. Did the new car meet the road expectations? Yeah, it did actually. I was telling him, because I was going to bring this car, the sports car. For one, I'm happy I didn't bring the sports car because it fucking rained the entire time. It rained the entire time we was there. Essentially, no, did it rain? No, it didn't rain Friday night, but it rained all day Saturday. All fucking day Saturday it rained. But no, it did. It did rain a little bit Friday night, then it stopped. But yeah, 30 miles to the gallon, you can't beat that shit. I was like, damn. Like, if I fill my car up, that shit gonna be like 299 miles till empty. Because it's tuned and shit, so it wastes more gas because it's running a little richer for the turbo, so I can fucking get some boost and some horsepower. That car had like got eco mode, comfort mode, sport mode and shit. So I just had it in comfort mode on the way up. That shit said 400 and what was it? I think it said 496 miles for range, almost 500 miles on the tank, on a tank of gas. I was like, shit. And when I got up there, I still had like, what was it, like 300 and something miles of range on the same tank of gas. And then when I left, I still had another 300 miles, almost 350 miles of range on that bitch. When I left, I was like, this motherfucker, guys, good gas mileage on this motherfucker. Damn. This bitch wouldn't have made it. It'd have made, I mean, I would have stopped at the gas station. I would have I'd have got up there and I'd had to go straight to the gas station in my car. For one, I know because if I was driving this car, I'd have been pushing that bitch. Like, I was pushing the Benz. But it uncovers how suspect breached security check. But all shit. FBI investigation uncovers how the suspect breached the security. I need to look at that one. But yeah, so like, yeah, I'd be pushing it. I'd have pushed this bitch all the way up there. I was pushing the Benz. I think the most I got up to was like 80. But if I was in this bitch, I'd have been at like 110. I'd have been at 110, fucking moving up the turnpike. But yeah, so that might have fucked up my gas mileage too. I mean, I got it like a regular mode. Like I always keep it in sport mode, but I got a regular mode. Maybe that would have did well. But I already know me, because I don't like driving. I hate driving long distances, so I try to get there as fast as I can. I'd have had my foot in this bitch. That turbo would have been hot as a bitch when I got to fucking Jersey. That turbo would have been hot as a bitch by the time I got to Jersey. Oh, shit. Nah, I got a Genesis coupe. I got a Genesis coupe turbo. It's a fun car. It's a fucking fast car after I got it all tuned and shit. Now that I don't have no warranty left on this car, I'm about to really make this bitch fast. And then I'll probably stop driving it as much. But this car still gets better gas mileage than my pickup truck. So, I still got the wife's Durango sitting out in the front. The transmission's fucked up. I'm gonna get the transmission replaced hopefully by end of next month. And then I'll probably be driving that for the most part. And then I'll keep this parked. And the pickup truck will just be for like making money and shit. Yeah. I do want a Mustang though. I ain't gonna front. I thought about it. I want a 5.0. But if I got one, I wouldn't get a brand new 5.0. Either I would get the one that I had when I was in high school, or either I get the one that I had in high school, or like a 2016, 2017 5.0. Something that I could tune and I ain't gotta fuck with the computer. Like the new Mustangs, you gotta fuck with the computer to do the horsepower, right? You gotta do all this shit to the computer. It costs too much to do all that shit. Let me see something, because this phone about to run hot on me. I see it already. That shit lagging like a bitch. You like the 88 Mustang? I had an 87. I had an 87 5.0. That was my first car. 87 5.0. 430 horsepower. Probably 15 years old with a 430 horsepower 5.0 Fox body. The GR86. I like them. My homeboy got one. Them bitches, they look good when they got the wide body kit and they tune. My homeboy, his shit, I think his shit is turbocharged. He put a turbo kit on his shit. You think the 87 the best year Mustang? I loved it. I loved the 87, my 87 5.0. I miss it. I kind of want another one. My neighbor got one sitting in his tow yard. He said make him an offer on that bitch. I don't know what he want for it. He probably want like $5 or $6 grand for it. But he said it's a complete car. He said it's a complete car, like it don't really need a lot of work done to it. So I would love to do that. But right now, the way shit looking right now with prices and gas and all that other shit, you know what I mean? It's not in the cards right now. Yeah, I don't like that they got an electric Mustang. Like, that shit look crazy. Oh, the Gen 2, the Gen 2 what? The Gen 2 Coyote and the Fox body? Nigga. You gonna break your fucking axle. You gonna blow if you did that shit, you gotta upgrade the rear. And if you got the Gen 2 Coyote, you gotta put the Gen 2 Coyote's transmission in that bitch. And then make that bitch a fucking 6-speed, you gotta beef the rear up, or you gonna blow that bitch right the fuck out the back. Yeah, 6-speed manual, hell yeah. I mean, yeah, with the 5.0 with the Coyote, Gen 2 Coyote, I don't think you really need a supercharger. It'd be cool. It'd be OP. You know what I mean? But I love the sound of that fucking 5.0 just sound with Flowmasters. That 5.0 sounds so fucking good, yo. That 5.0 sounds so fucking good with the Flowmasters on it. That's what I had on that shit. You know what I mean? That's true sauce. You know, But you definitely can't. You can't use the stock transmission from. You can't use the stock transmission from the Fox body. You gotta have. It's gotta be beefed up. You got to. But I want a 6-speed. I was trying to get my father. My father, he ain't trying to let me get his Challenger. He got a SLT Challenger, and he ain't trying to get rid of that shit. It's 6-speed. So it's a 6-speed Challenger, SRT. First thing I would do if I got that bitch is I probably would slap like a supercharger kit on that shit. Probably would slap a supercharger kit on that bitch. But it's making like 485, right? Like I ain't looking for Hellcat numbers. You know what I mean? 485 is a lot of horsepower, but my car can beat it. Right? Maybe not off the brake, but I'm gonna walk you the fuck down. The rag top down, I hear you. You trying to have that menace to society. But yeah, like my car can beat his S. He's swearing down. Oh, son, that's too much horsepower. I'm like, Dad, my car will walk your car down. Like the torque in your car, yeah, you gonna get me on the first like eighth of a mile. I got you, cause your car gonna jump out on me. When this bitch boosts, I'm walking you down, and you gonna be looking at me like, what the fuck? So for one, your car weighs 4,000 pounds. My car is like 3,200 maybe, and I'm boosted, and I got 8 gears. I got a fucking 8-speed. I throw this bitch and I hit them fucking paddles. I'm going to walk your car down. And 9150 with Flowmasters. Yo, it sounds so good, yo. It sounds so good, yo. There's nothing like that 5.0 engine with a fucking exhaust. I mean, intake and exhaust, you still good on that joint. You throw some headers and a good down, down pipe on that motherfucker. You get a header from the header's back, an exhaust from the header's back. You're gonna make decent horsepower, good intake, and a tune. And like, let's go get a tune, go put on the dyno. You're gonna make good horsepower, right? But like I said, I'm a fan like the 2016, 2017 5.0, right? I will get one of those. I don't know if I want like a 2020 or not. And the thing is, and it's not that expensive. Like people be going for the scat packs. Them bitches like 50 grand, shit like that. You go get like a 2016, 2017, even a 2020 Mustang with the 5.0 in it. They don't really, you ain't spending that type of money for real. They light and them bitches move, yo. They move. So, but at the same time, don't drive that bitch in the rain. That's why I was happy I didn't take this. I'm like, man, I'm happy I didn't take this shit. And my car it's good in the rain. I got good tires, but like if I hit it, that bitch gonna get sideways on you. You know what I mean? And like I like this car. People are like, why you get a Genesis? I said because I like the way they look, and I just wanted to tune it. Like I thought about getting some other shit, but I was always fascinated by this Genesis coupe. And it still turn heads. That's the crazy part. People don't even know what this car is. I see people all the time. That's a nice car. It's a 2013. That's a nice ass car. What is it? That's a Genesis. Really? Yeah. I already love this car. You know what I mean? I like it too. And I'm not one of the people that need a brand new car. That Benz is my wife. It's for my wife. And she needed a new car, so we just decided to get it. Fuck it, we do. At first I did not want to get that car. I was really against it, and then I had to like really sit down and be like, you know what, we can do it. So she got it. That was the first time I really drove it, like, because it's hers. I don't really care. I don't really care to drive it. You know what I mean? Like there's too much shit that can go wrong. Like before I left to go to the Grifties, I get in the bitch to take it and leave, and I couldn't leave because she had a flat. I'm like, oh my god. But I got the rim and tire package, so that shit was free. But I had to take it to the dealership. I had to put some air in it. They had a slow leak. I had to put some air in it, take it to the dealership so they could replace the tire. They don't patch tires up. They replace them bitches. That's the crazy part. They don't even patch the tires. They replace the tire. Like where the flat, like I saw where like the puncture was, and I'm like, okay, they just patch it up. I'll be good. No, they throw that perfectly good tire away that you can patch up, and they replace it with a brand new fucking tire. People sleep on it, but like Genesis come with a, because it's it's a Hyundai brand, it come with a 10-year, 100,000 mile fucking warranty. Most cars is 3 years, 36,000 miles because they want you to buy the extended. I had that, like, I'm at 120,000 miles on this car. The engine itself only got like 50-something thousand because it was a recall and they replaced my engine. So the engine only got 50-something thousand miles on it. The car itself got 120. Yeah, that's what they probably do, Sauce. You probably got a point about that. But I'm like, damn, I ain't minded though. It just took 2 fucking hours. It took 2 hours for them to replace the fucking. It took 2 hours to replace the fucking tire. I had to sit there. So, dang, I wanted to get on the road. I wanted to get there earlier than I got there. Because I wanted to get up there, get checked in, lay down for a minute, chill out, and all that shit. I didn't even have a chance to really do that. But, yeah. Once that traffic cleared up, I was out. So I got about 80. Listening to the songs I like to sing. It was faster getting home than it was getting to the Grifties. But then I ain't hit no real traffic coming back. I think I hit traffic once I got to Maryland. And then it was because there was some road work being done. But like 15 minutes that cleared up and then I was back cruising down the road. I got home at like 4:30ish. And I still had to go drive. I had to go pick up I had to pick the dog up from the border, take her home. And then I had to go pick my son up from my mother's house, and then go pick up my wife from the airport in DC. I went home for like, I was home for like maybe an hour after I got the dog, and then like I was on the road until like fucking midnight. I did get a little nap at my mother's house because I was like, oh, I got an hour before I gotta go to DC to the airport, and then I just laid down and chilled out, and then got up and down to like midnight. I was so fucking exhausted. I climbed my dumb ass right. I got right upstairs, called my dumb right in the bed. And I was out. I think I forgot that was like 6 this morning. Got up, let the dogs out, did all that other shit. And then yeah, so back to reality, back to the grind. You know what I mean? So. But it was a fantastic time. Who'd have thought they would have made another quote-unquote assassination attempt on Donnie T? Now I want to know how he fucking got... And now I want to know how he got the shit through the fucking... through security. Apparently that story is out now. So I'm going to go watch that video in a little bit and see what they say. You know what I mean? They're probably going to be like, he came in through the kitchen. like fucking, what's his name? James Paddock. What was his name? Paddock, the guy from Vegas. He came in through the kitchen and went up the freight elevator. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. How he did that shit. That shit is crazy. Yeah, the drop back, yeah, definitely was. That's right. You went back to Virginia, so you was another what? He was another hour past me, right? He was another hour past me. So, but the time was had. I enjoyed myself. You know, I had a couple drinks, but it wasn't there too, you know. I was Hotep security. I was Hotep security. I was just looking for danger. Because that's the only thing I was like, it was fun. Chilling. Like, that's what I do. I don't do all that. Like, I like dance around a little bit sometimes, but most of the time when I go to a place, I just post up in a spot where I can see everything and I just chill. You know what I mean? I just chill and shit. You got home. Okay, so you got home like so. I got back at 4:30. So yeah, okay, she's like an hour or so just past me. Yeah. I had a good time. I was just chilling. Everybody was like, "Yo, you are, yo?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I do. I don't be doing like I don't do all that shit like that anymore. I just be chilling. Give me a beer or whatever, and I'll post up in the corner, and I'm straight. I'm straight. I am content. I don't need to. I'm good to go. You know, that's all I am. But it was a good time. It was a fantastic time. Maybe like I said, we can expound on it. We can work on getting some other creators in on it. You know, and they can invite their audience out to it. You know what I mean? I think it's doable. I really do think it's doable. We just gotta come up with a game plan for it. Like Tiff's Comedy Club is cool. I like it. It's a great little spot. They're very accommodating. But I think we can do bigger. I think we can go bigger. I'm not saying we can fill out 1,000 seat room. You know, we can do bigger. I think we could do 300. I think we could do like we could fill like a 200, 300 seat room. I know we can. The older you get, the more you're annoyed with slow drivers. Josh said 500 for sure. Hold on, y'all. There it goes. The camera would kick back in. That shit was slow as a bitch. Yeah. Sunny didn't make it up there. Sunny always fun. She was there last year. Tim Pool was supposed to be a part of the first. I think he was kind of sort of part of it. He was supposed to be a part of the first live Grifties. I don't know what happened with that. Shane Cashman came out the first 2 live Grifties, which was fucking great. Alex Stein was out. Was it the first one or the second one? Alex Stein was there for the first Grifties, the first live Grifties. He had Sam Tripoli for the first one, Alex Stein, Shane Cashman for the first 3, and somehow Leonardo Joni made her way into the fucking fold for the first Grifties. That was crazy. But yeah, we can do it, Joe. I know we can. 100, 150. I think we can do 200 to 300 seat room with the right marketing and promotion, and if we get a couple of big names on board with it to come out, that'd be fucking dope. Bryson was at the first Grifties or the second Grifties. Bryson was at the second Grifties. He was at the second Grifties. He presented at the second Grifties. Him and his wife came out. They cool people. Bryson cool people. But yeah, they presented at the second Grifties. Charleston White's gonna want a bag to come out there, but it's not impossible. I don't think it's impossible though. Maj came out. Maj did his thing Saturday. I don't think it's impossible to get Charleston White. He'd probably like that shit. We present it to him the right way. You know what I mean? He probably want a percentage of the door or something like that. I'm sure we can work some shit out to get him. You know, he might be apt to help some niggas out. Need 50? Yeah, tell HJ to holler at 50. Tell HJ to holler at 50. Tell HJ to holler at 50, see if he can't get on board. That'd be cool. Hey, 50 like the troll, right? 50 like the troll, so maybe. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. y'all new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon, and let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, let people know we live. You catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. If you're on kick, hit that follow button. Alright? Anyway, he said, especially if HJ like to keep saying he worked for him. That's funny. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, don't worry about